My name is Stanley Darland, and here we are at Studio 56, venue number 137 in Powell River, located in Townsite, the original home of Powell River. And my work in this exhibition is under the title of Forgotten, reference to the people of Tierra del Fuego who, like today, indigenous people suffering at the hands of those who want to develop resources. The indigenous people of Tierra del Fuego are in a sense memorialized in my work. And then the other forgotten group are the homeless people of Seattle, a series of photographs that I did in 1975. And after reflecting on what I had done, I put them in the flat files and left them there for over 30 years. But basically what that series was, which was intended to be a comedy and inadvertently resulted in a tragedy or a tragic comedy. But we decided to have a street person's wine tasting, and we purchased 30 bottles of wine under $3 each and set about seeking out our participants in the wine tasting. And so we took pint bottles of wine out on the streets, and the three gentlemen that we actually ended up with were sleeping under the Seattle Viaduct. And we gave them the wine. Each pint had the address of the studio on it and the date and time we wanted them to appear. And we handed out 8 to 10 bottles. And come that day, 4 people arrived, and 3 remained after they saw the tuxedos. And in speaking with them, we realized, or they said that they had all participated in wine tastings before. And one of them was a physician, and one was an insurance executive, and the other was an executive with a heavy equipment manufacturing firm. And after hearing that, it helps you to understand that it's easy to lose sight of how close we all are to the edge. Here are 3 people whom you would believe had reached their goal in life, and nonetheless I found them unshaven and sleeping on cardboard boxes in blackberry brambles. So we brought them back to the studio, and we set them up with the wine, and it all began as planned, and the unintended consequences, which were actually intended but we didn't realize it would be so extreme, was the degree of inebriation they reached in the process. And the punchline photo, there are 2 photos with one of the gentlemen finishing off a glass of wine and tipping back so far that he fell back through the background paper and onto the floor. And the next shot was his 2 compatriots looking at him on the floor, and then he sat down for a couple of rounds and then was back up at it and continued on. And when they finished and left and we put the wine back in the boxes and I went over to the tuxedos in the dressing room to put them away, they were crawling with lice, and another degree of understanding of the unfortunate aspect of their lives and what I had documented, without really documenting that, the illusion of a tuxedo creating the look of an individual who passes for a physician who's really not any longer. We as a collective have a responsibility. We never understand how someone arrived in their position in life, whether they're a billionaire or looking for a handout on the street.